Hi there, it's Joe from ShopTo, and this is ShopTo Gaming Show episode 29.
Well, officially, it's now episode 30 because episode 29 was a bust.
If episode 29 was a bit of a buzz, if you're listening on YouTube and iTunes, then this seems totally professional because nothing happened a minute ago that went wrong. Everything's just perfectly right. There was nothing happened before that, honest, where my mic wasn't working and everything was wrong. Honest, that's it. Right, anyway, this is ShopTo Gaming Show, episode 29. We're going to start right now, professionally, without any mess-ups, hopefully. So, okay, so E3, we predicted all our E3 stuff last week, and it was just, well, I was mostly right. In fact,
you got a good few there, didn't you? Yeah.
I think I only got one prediction wrong, so I was pretty pleased with that. It was a good week, and then this week we're back, and we're back to normal news. And to be honest, it's been quite a quiet week, so we don't have a great deal of gaming news. To be honest, there's not a lot of it.
It's a little dribble that come through, I suppose, afterwards, isn't it? Also, there's a few bits off the back of E3, I suppose, isn't it?
But my beard is getting bigger.
Stuff, isn't there?
Well, my beard's got bigger because E3 was so big last week that I forgot to shave. And it's getting as bad as yours. Not quite that bad, but it's getting
bad. It's bad. This is a good beard.
No, but it's just a figure of speech in it, where you just have it's getting bushy. But hey, this isn't beard news. This is game news. So let's just get on with it. Right. Okay. There's a wee bit of game news this morning that I've been writing before. Let me find the right thing. So this morning. Warner Bros. Have said that they might host their own E3 show in the future. I think they could host quite a good one, don't you? Because if you think about it, things like their Batman series and
it's all the DC stuff, isn't it? Really, there's an awful lot of DC, and especially considering a lot of films are going to be popping up next year. There's sure to be a few tie-ins like your Legos and things like that. So yeah, I think it should be quite good. Yeah, because
Warner Bros. Do Lego, they do Injustice. Yeah. They've got Shadow of Mordor, which is the first one was a great game. So I imagine they're working on a sequel because that went down really well. And like say the Lego ones, they've got tons of them. They've just got loads they could do really. Yeah. Injustice, like say Batman, and surely they're going to do some more DC stuff as well, so I think it could be quite good. Also, NHL 17's getting a beta. That's next month, and Shu Yoshida says that PS4K won't shorten the life cycle of the PlayStation 4. So that's good news. That's just this morning.
I mean, what's the life cycle for the PlayStation 4 though? Saying that, I mean, if they
generally. I mean, to be fair, it's generally 10 years in it. I mean, PS2, PS1, it's generally, they stick around for 10 years. So is PS4 going to stick around for 10 years? I don't know. But there's going to be this new PS4K, which will kind of give people who need it a bit more power. The people who beg for that sort of thing. So we'll see. We'll see how that works.
I'm still worried about this new trend. I mean, I know a lot of people are a bit like, what is this going to do to the industry? Yeah, I think there's some concerns. I mean, it's one thing saying, okay, games will work on both consoles, but I'm sure at some point developers will be going, well, this version of the game is rubbish, whereas the PS Neo version is brilliant by that version.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but we'll get to that in a minute because that's a topic of the week, really.
Okay.
About what people are intending to buy out of them and stuff. But we'll get to that in a bit. We'll just get through the news because there's not a lot of it. It's probably about 12 bits or something. Killstrain, which is a sort of MOBA made by Sony San Diego, that's coming out on July 12th for free on the PlayStation 4.
Cool.
Also, South Park: The Fractured Butthole will let you play as a girl. I don't know how to put that in there. I guess that's good news. I like playing as girls in games, so I'm not complaining.
Honestly, I actually normally do when I play a game. All my characters in Destiny are. Yeah.
Yeah, I normally play as girls. I don't know why, I just do. Bit silly. But the latest patch for Star Wars Battlefront has been released. It adds some new content in for players who didn't buy the season pass, but mainly it's just the kind of Bespin Cloud City stuff.
Have you had a go on that yet?
I've had a little go, yeah. I mean, it still annoys me because it's still separate from the main game. So you have the main game in the top menu, and then under that you have the DLC stuff. So you have the Jabba's Palace and the Bespin. So obviously, if the first game I had, I went in thinking, no, let's try this new gameplay mode. So I choose Bespin, and it comes up with Walker Assault because it's on a rotating playlist. So you can go in and choose the modes individually, but say I wanted to play this new mode, I would play it, and then it would go back on the rotation. So the game after I would be playing something else. So I can't just play the mode I want to play and keep playing it. It just keeps rotating. And obviously it's separated from the main game as well, which is a bit annoying.
Strange, because I mean, this is DICE, isn't it, that make these games?
It's a problem. It's a problem that paid DLC has created.
Oh, certainly is.
Because what you want is you don't want the community divided. So I think Titanfall 2 is going to do it right. All the maps will be free for everyone, and they're going to charge money for whatever other extras.
Well, that's what I think. The basic map should be available for everyone to play on.
Exactly.
To keep it alive, and then the DLC stuff should be new mechs or Star Wars, loads of new characters, not just one or two characters, but a ton of new characters.
Exactly. I mean,
and if you're jealous, I want to use that weapon. Why am I getting killed so much? I want to buy the DLC. You know.
Exactly. I mean, Battlefront could easily have done it where the new heroes was DLC only, or new vehicles, new weapons. You don't need to divide the community with the maps. That just really it's ruined the game for me, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I've bought the DLC and I'm quite happy to try out the maps, but it's just kind of ruined it for me. I'm just kind of disappointed that
I've actually decided to actually hold back now and wait for it to become part of the EA Play thing on the Xbox One.
Because I was playing with my friends on Battlefront a lot, but they didn't buy the DLC, so obviously I can't play these new maps with them and stuff, and it's disappointing. I mean, because it's quite good, the DLC. You get new weapon, you get new vehicle, you've got 5 new maps, and you've got these new star cards, got the shot grenade, scout binoculars, and disruptor, and there's Lando, who's the hero, and who was the other one, Dengar. And you've also got this new game mode, Sabotage. How that works is you need to destroy generators while the other team tries to stop you. And then if you manage to destroy the generators, then you get extraction point, and you need to basically hold those extraction points until the game's over to win.
Good idea.
So it's quite a good game mode, but it's just a shame you don't get to play it much because no many people buy the DLC. I presume they put it on rotation. I presume that's the reason for doing it. So yeah, that's pretty disappointing, to be honest, but I don't know. What can you do?
Sad. But there you go. That's their choice. You know, they've obviously got a plan themselves. I mean, these guys create some crazy big online multiplayer games, don't they? So they've obviously decided to take that kind of route there. But I think it's working very well, is it?
And sticking with DICE, the Battlefield 4 Second Assault DLC is now free for all.
So that popped up the other day, yeah.
If you have Battlefield 4, then you can download it for free. I mean,
EA Play's also, I think, still free, so you can jump on there very quickly if you want to have a quick go.
I've got Battlefield 4, but I've not actually downloaded the DLC of Second Assault yet. Because I thought,
quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
I thought myself, I should grab it, but will I ever play it? Probably not. No, I mean, I've kind of moved on from Battlefield 4 long ago, so I'm thinking myself, I should grab it. It's free, so I should, just in case one day by chance I go, oh, I'll play it then, but I just don't see me doing it.
It's like a lot of games though, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
They're all sitting there, one day I'll play you.
Okay, we're still on EA, and Criterion is now working on Star Wars instead of its prototype racing game that it showed off way back in 2014 at E3.
So what do you reckon? What do you reckon Criterion?
I think they're just helping out with other people. But they've done the speeders in Battlefront, and they're probably helping out because they're not a huge team, I don't think. So
they certainly know how to do open worlds. Though. I mean, you look at some of those Burnout and Paradise and Need for Speed games; they know how to do quite an interesting big world to drive around in.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to know if they're actually working on because they're the ones working on the Star Wars VR experience as well.
Right.
So it could be that they're just helping out different teams with different projects. That does seem that way, rather than working on their own game, which I don't think they are at the moment. So that's
a pod racer, maybe, you never know.
Yeah, that's the impression I get. They're not working in their own.
Yeah.
They're not working in their own project. They're just helping out with others.
I mean, a long time ago, they done a first-person shooter called Black, didn't they? Which is very good.
Yeah.
But I think the Star Wars game is going to be on already quite a few of that kind of genre of games. So hopefully, it'll be something different if they are doing something on their own.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Okay, so next we're on to Nintendo next, and Nintendo.
I think the Zelda game was a bit of a still won it. I think by the sound of the queues involved and the amount of people playing it.
Sounds like people do like Zelda. The queues was massive, but these is all rumours just to do with the NX. So
yes,
the Nintendo NX rumoured for September reveal. Also, GameStop reckon it will use physical media. Now, I saw a rumour this morning, actually. Let's see if we can find that on NeoGAF, which said that the Nintendo NX could be using cartridges.
So that rumour's been going around for a good few weeks as well. I've heard this one before.
And judging by what this GameStop guy says, I think it could be true. What it says is it's not the first time, like you say, this rumour's been about, but someone's found a trademark
right.
for the games, and it says something about cartridges.
It was certainly curbed down on piracy, which is still a massive problem for Nintendo, I think.
Yeah, so that's quite interesting. Also, I always reckoned that it'd use physical media. We had that little prediction that maybe Nintendo NX could be a service that you could play on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Maybe that was maybe they could do that and sell consoles. They would make a fortune, but who knows? Who knows? That's just.
As I say, that's certainly something Sega should consider, I think, in the future.
But they reckon that the Nintendo NX is rumored for a September reveal, which would be Tokyo Game Show. Now, I speculated that if the Nintendo NX is getting a September reveal, then the PS4K probably could as well. Now, what makes me think this is, I think Microsoft's took Sony by surprise with this Scorpio. I think Sony, when they were thinking of the NX, was trying to counter Nintendo. Because I think the NX could quite possibly be a 4K machine. It could quite possibly support Netflix 4K and I don't think it'll play 4K games, but I think it could certainly support Netflix 4K and possibly 4K Blu-ray. It's
interesting because Nintendo have always stayed well clear of this kind of thing because they want to see it as a gaming experience, not as an entertainment experience.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's possible, which would make me think maybe that's why Sony's planning to release this year to steal a bit of Nintendo's thunder, and then Microsoft's came along and gone boom, or here's ours, which is basically the Xbox 2. So it's all quite interesting. But we'll get to that. In just 2 seconds, let's just finish the news up. The Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy is coming to PS4. Did you ever play Fahrenheit from Quantic Dream?
No, I think I remember putting it in the console and looking at it, and then never actually playing it. I do own it.
I've never actually played it, but I've heard so many people tell me what a great game it is.
I think somebody else got in the way and I started playing that, as you do.
Yeah, so many people have said to me, "Oh, it's brilliant." So I'm kind of curious to try it now, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like when it comes out. It has trophies and stuff, so It's been fully remastered from PS2 to PS4, so I've no idea what that means.
Okay.
We'll see again, unless it's just it's got 1080p and stuff, whether it's just a PS2 game that you can play in PS4 with trophies. I don't really know. I guess we'll just find out a bit closer to time. Dead Rising 4 is a timed exclusive to one.
Yeah, it was there for quite a while, isn't it, as well?
1 year on Xbox, a bit like Rise of Tomb Raider, and 90 days on Windows. So basically, it'll be in Steam in 90 days after it comes out on Windows. So it's not really
exclusive. It's quite a long time, isn't it? I know the Tomb Raider one was that, and this is quite interesting that they got Dead Rising 4. Is that one that people really want? Do you think that's a system seller?
With Days Gone coming out from Sony San Diego, which isn't
actually.
That looks a really good game, and it's not actually zombies. I've found out.
Oh, okay.
It's humans who are infected, so they're still alive.
Oh, okay.
So that could be quite interesting how that plays into the game. We'll need to wait and see. Okay, 3 more bits of news. Sony's not yet decided when or where to host its European press conference. They actually say it could be Gamescom, it could be Paris Games Week, but they've actually said it could be Madrid or Milan as well, because obviously they have their own game shows. And they've even said that they would think about the possibility of hosting a PlayStation experience in Europe, like they do in America. So I'd quite like that, a PlayStation experience.
Remember when the Vita came out, they had this little tour that went around a few shops.
Yeah.
I mean, the one in Glasgow, just a random shop, it was an empty shop. They just set up this experience. You could walk in and play the Vita. I thought it was a great idea. I'd love to see that again.
Well, that would be good for the VR, I think. That's sort of
definitely.
do with the VR. But
considering the queues at that Play Expo to people playing anything, even slightly VR, it was crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, that's PlayStation experience. So you know what that is. They hold it in Vegas or something somewhere. I don't know. They hold it in America at December every year, where it's basically a big fan fest for PlayStation. So I mean, they're considering hosting one in Europe. That's brilliant, because wherever they host it, it'll just be basically be a Eurogamer Expo for PlayStation.
Cool.
So I mean, that's the sort of scale it would be on. So I think
they've got enough content to warrant it, haven't they? So why not?
I think that would be awesome. Yeah, 10, I would be going to that. I'll be there. Be great. Right, okay. F1 2016 has been dated for August 19. And finally, Sea of Thieves has been delayed to early 2017. Speaking of Sea of Thieves, I don't know about this one. I've heard it's fun, but it sounds like one of these type of Evolve games where it gets mega hyped, and then after 2 weeks, nobody's going to be playing it.
I like the idea. I mean, the way he pitched it about the whole adventure and finding caves and grottos and things like that, it was great. And then you saw the actual people playing it, and they just focused on a few mates hanging around with each other, drinking grog and sort of on a galleon. And I thought, that's not quite what I was expecting from that.
Because from what I've heard,
but it was only a very short video, wasn't it? Really. From
what I've heard, the gameplay basically revolves around teamwork. So
you can play out on your own, from what I've heard as well. There,
if you're steering the ship, all you can see is the sail. So you need people to tell you what way to go and stuff. It just makes you worry. Yeah, it'll be good regular friends, but what's going to happen?
They have confirmed there are smaller boats that you can take out on your own, which I think I'm not quite sure if it's slightly automated or just a generally smaller ship, and you can still have all the same experiences if you play on your own, which is a good idea.
Yeah, we'll see how it works. So I've kind of got my.
But that whole looking for game thing, which obviously Microsoft announced during E3, I think that's going to be a big part of that. Which would really help. Just people saying, looking for someone to help sell my ship, you joining in. I think it's a different experience. I'm not getting my doubts on it at all. Actually, I'm looking forward to it. I'm always looking for new gaming, sort of rather than just running around shooting things. This could be something genuinely original.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know.
There's a few other bits and pieces, some freebies. You mentioned about the Battlefield. You've got the PlayStation Plus is free this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, that's their online gaming. And then you also
I didn't write that down. on my
I think
list.
Doom as well, if I'm right in thinking. Doom, the first level is free. Little demo, which is a very good idea. We were talking the other day about not enough people do demos like that anymore, and there you go, Doom, throw one out for you.
Oh yeah, they even extended that actually because it was meant to be just for the week of E3, so they've extended it so it's there a bit longer.
Tempted to get. I've not played it, I must admit, but my hard drive is full of stuff, so I need to delete stuff before I even consider playing it. I've not expanded the hard drive yet. Yeah.
So that was the news.
That's short and sweet, wasn't it?
There wasn't a lot of it. I get the feeling it's going to be a shorter show this week.
Well, that's okay. It's a lovely sunny day out there. I want to go outside.
We've only been recording for 20 minutes and we've already ran out of things to talk about on the news. Because honestly, it's just the way it is sometimes, isn't it? After E3.
This time of year, it's going to cool down just a little bit. And then, I mean, there's no real big releases either, is there, for the next couple of weeks?
No, exactly. We've got Lego Star Wars Force Awakens coming out, but we'll get new releases.
That's not big.
Okay, so the question I asked on Twitter this week and on the website was, what are you buying when these new systems come out? Scorpio, PSVR, NX, PS4K, and Xbox One S. What one are you buying? I've asked people now. I mean, the response has varied, but quite a lot of people, the first four have basically said Scorpio. Someone said PS4K and PSVR. Other people saying NX and Zelda. NX, PSVR, NX, Scorpio, NX, VR. So there's a good mix of responses as to what people are actually buying. It's a bit of a tricky question, really, that one, I think, because obviously, for one, I don't know who in their right mind would buy the Xbox One S. I shouldn't really say that when we're at a shop, but
no, I think that's no. I actually disagree. I think that's actually a good purchase because it is smaller. It does play 4K DVDs. It has a little bit more grunt behind it. Obviously, you're not going to see that in games, but you will see it in processing of the actual, the discs that you put in there for the 4K stuff anyway.
Yeah, but if you wait a year, you can get the Scorpio, and that does all that and more.
But you might want to just have a console now. There are still people that want to buy consoles now.
If you already own an Xbox One, there's no point.
No, I don't think this is for the people that already own an Xbox One. This is for people that have not got a console yet.
Yeah, now in that case, yeah, people who don't have a console, I think it's a good purchase. I agree there because
I think people will be buying that. However, I think the problem with the PlayStation one is because it's going to be more closely tied in with the PlayStation VR. I think people will hold off, and that may affect sales of the PS4 as it is now.
Yeah, but I've
spoken to a few people that are saying exactly that. I was like, well, I was going to buy a PS4. I'm actually going to wait now and see what's happening with the VR and this Neo. So that's surprising.
Yeah, see, I think what will happen with Sony is they'll announce the PS 4K, which is what I like to call it, and then 2 weeks later it'll be out. I think it'll be announce it and out.
I don't know. That's...
Oh, well, it totally will, because they've hinted as much. Because Andrew House, in an interview, he was saying about how people announce new technology now, and he actually referred to Apple, and he said, the way they announce it and release it so quickly is very clever sort of thing. And I think it makes perfect sense for Sony to do that, because PlayStation 4 is selling so well at the moment that if you announce a new system and you don't bring it out straight away, you're going to cannibalise your sales, and
I suppose
that would be stupid.
That kind of counters what I was saying, yeah.
So I think what will happen is they'll show it and say it's out in 2 weeks, pre-order now, and I think that's a clever thing to do, and I think they'll do it before the Xbox. When does the Xbox One S come out? Is that August, October, isn't it?
Sorry.
I don't remember. But I think maybe the 2 terabyte one comes out in August. I've got a feeling. I might be wrong. I don't know. Just got to look on their website. But I've got a feeling release to be confirmed.
See, I mean, I'm all on the NX. I'm definitely big up buying that no matter what. I mean, I've always got the Nintendos. My only concern with Nintendo stuff is they're already notoriously annoying when it comes to if you buy a digital game, for example, for some of the Wii U, the Virtual Console stuff. You could buy it on your Wii U, it won't work on your Game Boy. You could buy one on your Game Boy, it won't work on your Wii U. So, I mean, when the NX comes out, doesn't mean I've got to buy all those games again, which I think is a bit cheeky.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't go down that route, which means I've got to keep another Wii U always plugged in so I can play my retro games. I'm generally not going to probably buy the Neo or the Xbox, the 4K version, straight away. I don't think I will now.
I'm just not sure.
I want to see how the VR stuff comes out. I mean, the Star Wars game was like, oh my god, I've got to buy that now. But I've been stung by a Star Wars game so many times, and it's going to hold back a little bit. Give it not even 6 months, but it will be not on day one purchase for me.
Yeah, I think personally that I think Sony will announce this soon because they have to. I don't think the Xbox One S is going to sell very well. It's out in August, the 2TB version, which is £350. The 5K and the 500 gigabyte and the 1 terabyte haven't been dated.
Yeah,
they're probably not going to be until they get rid of stock, probably.
Because the Xbox One has dropped in price, hasn't it, already, I believe?
Yeah, they're going...
In relation to that.
They're probably going... I'm just trying to sort of the green skin.
Thing is, thinking of it, I think £350 is actually quite a reasonable price for a 2 terabyte hard drive console.
Yeah, but you're going to pay £350 for a new Xbox?
Well, if you've not got one...
Why would they... Yeah. I just don't see people buying it. I just don't... Good on Microsoft for releasing it, but I don't... When there's a new console coming out next year, everybody I'm not trying to be negative about it, but everybody I've asked, Bell MD said they'd buy it. Because... But probably everybody I've asked already owns an Xbox, or...
There are a lot of late people that just want to buy one now. I mean, I've got
but they aren't
a very
buying
young cousin
them now.
That's still on the 360, and he's like already looking to buying a new Xbox One, so that might be his first step in.
PlayStation is the selling 40 million consoles. Xbox is nowhere near it. I don't know if Xbox One S has got enough to draw people in. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the games. It's not about it being 4K or whatever. It's about the games, and if people are buying PlayStation because of the games, and everybody's bought a PlayStation and they've sold 40 million, anybody who's got friends has probably got a PlayStation 4. They're probably going to buy one so that's what their friends has got. That's how it works. They buy it for the games, they buy it for their friends. So I mean, I don't know about Xbox One S. I think I'd quite like one personally, because I've got a 4K TV with HDR, so I'd like to know. I'd like it just for the actual 4K Blu-ray player, and
have you got any 4K Blu-rays?
No, not yet. And to see if the HDR that they're saying in the games makes a difference. I'd quite like to see that. But then saying that, the PS4K, which will probably be out September, October time, I reckon, that'll probably have HDR in games and 4K and everything, and it'll probably do it better.
I think the PS1 seems to have more function than what the Xbox One S does.
Because obviously
the PS4 one seems to want to be tied up with the VR, whereas this Xbox S, not so much.
Yeah, the Xbox One S is an Xbox with 4K movie support. That's all it is. It's no... That's basically, in a nutshell, what it is. The PS4K, from what rumours, is a powerful it's not as powerful as the Scorpio, but it's kind of like in between the PS4 and Xbox One S and the Scorpio. It's kind of like the most powerful console you're going to be able to buy for the next year, probably.
Right.
So, and it's probably out in a few months' time. So I think a lot of people will buy it based on the fact that they want more power. And if you're one of those 40 million PlayStation fans, and you see these two consoles, the Scorpio and the PS4K, you know the Scorpio is a little bit more powerful. But what one are you going to go for? If you know the PS4K is a bit more powerful and you can play all your current games on it, you're not going to abandon PlayStation to go to Scorpio when all your games is on the PlayStation. So it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a tough one to call.
Well, it's a new one. This is new ground in consoles, really, isn't it? It's something that has not really happened before. I mean, in the past, like with Sega, they brought out little clip-ons like the 32X. They've always tried to add peripherals to consoles to extend the life of them and get more grunt from them, but nothing really like this.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. I've given. It's hard to know. I think it's a bit of a shame. You know, it's stop playing with this screen's annoying me. It keeps going wrong. I think it's a bit of a shame, really, that it's come to this, really. I quite liked when consoles was just consoles. You bought them, you played your game, and you didn't have to worry because you had the same specs as everybody else. It's a case of dividing the community again, innit? This is
massively,
4K
this
stuff.
is a huge division, yeah.
I don't know how's the game's going to look. I mean, if you buy, say I buy a PS4K and I get Horizon 4K and I play it in 4K and they've developed it for 4K. Now, I guess I'm not real worried about first parties, but say, that's probably a bad example. Let's say Battlefront or not Battlefront, Battlefield or Call of Duty or whatever. Now, they've put a 4K version in the game, but if I then go upstairs and play on my normal PlayStation 4, I switch to the normal version. Is there going to be issues with performance?
Well, you're saying that this is actually one of my problems with a lot of the games at the moment, which they're finally about just to get rid of, which is it took a long time to drop the previous generation. So a lot of games are coming out on, say, for example, the 360 and the Xbox One. So when they're creating these games, it's almost a bottleneck to say, well, we want all this stuff, but we need to play it on both consoles. So we need to kind of push the 360 to its limits, but then bring in the Xbox One down a bit so it can meet in the middle. And a lot of games now are saying, right, forget about the Xbox 360, we're just creating for the Xbox One. So they're taking full advantage of what's going on there. But now they've put this extra step in saying, well, now we've got these 4K versions now. So it's to me, that is a bit of a, we're going to have probably a great time for about a year of some really good games, and then it's going to be split again.
Yeah, and Microsoft says, for instance, there won't be exclusives. And Sony probably says there won't be exclusives PS4K. Microsoft says there won't be exclusives for Scorpio, but that is a load of nonsense.
I think it will. Oh, of course it will be. I mean, if the sales are that good and they can get this amazing game, I think someone's going to just say, right, here we go.
If it sells, if the Scorpio goes on to sell 20 million in a year, they'll dump the Xbox One like
the 3DS XL has exclusives, doesn't it? There's a couple of games there that you can only play on the 3DS XL rather than the 3DS. I mean, to me, that's sense.
The Xbox One will get dumped really quickly if the Scorpio is successful. I've no doubt about it, and it's a shame, but that's just what's going to happen. I've no doubt. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, it's a bit of a short show this week, I'm afraid, because there's just not a lot to talk about now that we've done E3, and we've kind of recovered a bit, but still. Okay, let's just do the new game releases. Lego Star Wars Force Awakens comes out in the 20th of June. What's that?
If you've got that all pre-ordered, have you?
I don't have it. I should get a review copy, I hope, but I don't have it yet, so hopefully. The Technomancer.
That keeps on popping up on my Facebook feed, but I was like, what is this?
Not sure what I think about that one. I saw the trailer and I thought, well, it was a bit cheesy.
So quite intrusive adverts on my Facebook. I'm like, I've never had interest in this, so why am I getting told about it? There you go.
Yeah, well, it's a bit cheesy to me, but we'll see. Ark Survival Evolved Digital Edition.
Good. That game really interests me, but I just couldn't get it to work on my PC.
That's meant to be out. Also, Minecraft Wii U Edition.
Lovely.
Come to retail finally. It's took its time in it.
Does look good.
7 Ways to Die, which is the next Xbox PS4, Xbox One game from Telltale.
Okay.
Could be interesting. Joe's Diner, no idea what that is. think it's like a horror game or something.
Okay.
I get a feeling that's out 1st July. Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness. That's out 1st of July. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. PS4, 1st of July. What else we got 1st July? That's about it, really. So yeah, there's a few games. Nothing that sort of...
More of the obscure titles. I mean, you've got a couple of anime or JRPG kind of stars in there, haven't you? So
yeah, nothing that really makes me think, oh, good. Can't wait to play Star Wars.
Well, you got your Star Wars, exactly. You can just sit down, play that without any interruptions and enjoy it.
So Lego Star Wars, that's my game of the month, I think.
I'm looking forward to see how they pull this one off, because I mean, it's only one film they're using here, isn't it? So
yeah, they've got some extras in there. I know, like there's I don't know if it's DLC or if it's just part of the story, but there's a bit where it tells you how he got his red arm. C3PO.
Oh, there's a comic about that, weren't there?
Yeah, I read the comic. Yeah, so I know how he got his red arm.
Yes.
And I think there's a bit about Poe and his adventures, and a bit about Han Solo. So there's probably quite a content in there. So I'm looking.
I like things a bit more extended universe stuff's actually always good fun.
Yeah, looking forward to playing it. I played the demo. I quite enjoyed the demo.
Yeah. What was it you were playing the other day? There was a live stream of you playing one of the new games.
No, I'm not done a live stream, but George done some.
Umbrella, Resident Evil Umbrella, something or other.
Yeah, Umbrella Corps. George done some gameplay footage of that on our YouTube, so check that out. Oh, we've got loads of gameplay footage on our YouTube recently. I took 15 minutes from the Lego Star Wars demo, so you can watch that and see what it's like. And then there's some other stuff up there as well. So yeah, plenty to keep you occupied on our YouTube channel, even if this show has been a bit shorter. Okay, that's it. Episode 29's over.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for putting up with a really bad start.
Yeah. Although actually, it's quite a good start if you listen to YouTube.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for a good few years now. You think we'll actually be better at this, but I think we've actually got worse since we started. So
yeah, I think we have. Never mind. Okay, thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.